Hi everyone, today I'll be explaining about the Kanban methodology. Before deep diving into the Kanban methodology, I just wanted to show you the visual of the Kanban board so that we may get the methodology better. So in the Kanban board, there are various status such as to do, in progress, testing and done, where we put all the tasks into the to do first. And similarly, when we started, we put the task into in progress, and from in progress we put the task into testing, and finally when we completed the task, then we put it into the done state. So now, as we have seen the visual, now we gonna deep dive into the Kanban methodology. So Kanban is a popular framework used to implement agile software development. Kanban aims at continuous improvement, flexibility in task management, and enhanced workflow. That means Kanban, so whenever any changes come, so Kanban can take it immediately. In the Scrum, once the sprint is over, then we will take the change. But in Kanban, we can take the change immediately. Kanban require real-time communication of capacity and full transparency of work. Full transparency means as we have a Kanban board, we can easily visualize the whole work, how the task would be moving, and where the task is at the current position. In Kanban, work items are represented visually on the Kanban board, allowing team members to see the state of every piece of work at any time. We can check the status at any time for a particular task. The general practices of Kanban: visualize the workflow, limit work in progress. We can easily visualize the workflow using the Kanban board. Limit work in progress means in all these status, we can put a limit. That means so Kanban has a uh, popular quote, which is stop starting, start completing. That means we do not have to start everything, but it is very important in Kanban to complete. So that's why we have this limit work in progress, which will put a limit on in progress. Means at a given time, we can just have 5 tasks or whatever, depend on the organization or the project. We can have just have 5 tasks in progress, and same can we put the 5 tasks into the testing. This will help us as we will have only 5 tasks, so this will help us to focus on only those tasks and we will complete the tasks sooner. Our practices include manage flow, make policies explicit. As in the Scrum, we have a fixed things, like on the starting day we have a sprint planning. After some days we will have a backlog prioritization. After that, on the last day of the sprint we'll be having sprint retrospective, sprint review. But we do not have all these things for Kanban. Means we do not have the fixed timing for all these meetings. We can have all these meetings according to our organization. When we will feel that team has now team is focusing to the task, so we can remove these meetings, or we can have these meetings according to our organization, according to our project deadlines and all accordingly. Implement feedback loops. As in the Scrum, we have sprint retrospective where the team get the feedback, can give the feedback, and the team can get the feedback in the sprint review. Likewise, we should have a feedback loop so that our team can constantly get the feedback and improve based on those feedback. Collaborate, improvement, evolve experimentally. In the Kanban, as we do not have a fixed style, so we can experiment with those meetings, and eventually what suits the project best, we can have the meetings at that time. Let's compare Kanban versus Scrum. So, in the perspective of roles, in the Kanban, there are no defined roles. In Scrum, we have Scrum Master, Product Owner, and Development Team. In terms of our delivery cycle, it is continuous. We do not have such uh, cycle. Whereas in Scrum, we have a sprint cycle which lasts from 1 to 4 weeks. If any change comes, then in the Kanban, it can be incorporated at any time. In Scrum, during the sprint, we will not take the change, but after the sprint, we will take it. Artifacts, in the Kanban, we just have Kanban board, but in Scrum, we have product backlog, sprint backlog, product increments. Tools, Jira software, Kanbanize, Swift Kanban, Trello, Asana. Trello can be used if it is a free software, so anybody can use it. And for the Scrum, Jira, Exosoft, Vivify Scrum, Target Process, Zoho can be used. Key concepts or pillars: effective, efficient, and predictable for Kanban, and for Scrum, transparency, adaptation, and inspection. Let's see the pros and cons of Kanban. So, pros are ease of use, adaptability. It is very adaptable as we can take the change at any time. Collaboration, low overheads, reduce cost. Reduce cost mean as in the Scrum, we will have the fixed meetings and the team has to be present over at that time. And if the time spent on all these meetings, then our money is also spent. So in the Kanban, we can have our meeting according to our project. So that's why the cost is reduced. For cons of Kanban are Kanban does not fit into the dynamic environment, the inability of iteration, and lack of timing. Thank you.